Hello, 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 and welcome to today's live unboxing of the Sennheiser game. Oh, I've realized that I've said game 0, but it's actually the game 1, so sorry, my bad. I will actually correct that in real time because we're watching live, the mystery of live broadcasting. So yes, this is live, and if you're watching this live, heya, I am reading your comments in the live chat. I have them up on the screen with me, so if you have any questions or comments, just throw them into the chat box. Did you see I actually reached for the wrong side of my face to adjust the microphone because I'm staring at my own video feed here at the moment. Let me move into the center of the frame. I'm staring at my own video feed, and that's where the microphone is positioned. It's crazy. Anyway, if you haven't noticed, it's been a while since my last video, so I have been working on stuff, but I've also wanted to try some new things on the channel, including this live unboxing thing, because I figured that the most interesting thing about unboxings is the sort of vicarious excitement people feel when they watch someone else open something new, and also that kind of breathing down your neck intimacy of the whole affair. But there's also questions and comments that you might have about the product that you want a quick answer to. So I figured that doing this live is actually a pretty fun way of delivering both of those things. So if you want to be alerted to these live streams in the future, just like my Facebook page or follow me on Twitter. You'll find the links in the description of this video. Anyway, let's get started. And hello to everyone in the chat. No, I have not. There you go. There's my little opening script there that I don't need anymore. I am right now actually using V-Motor XS with a V-Motor boom microphone. So if anyone asks in the chat, that's what I'm using. So I don't have to answer that question a million times. Yeah, no, I have not started the unboxing. Let's do that. So now we're going to switch to the other camera. I've got everything set up now so I can switch to camera 2. So it's going to be really professional and cool. So, okay. All right, camera 2, go now. Yeah. Okay, all right. So I have here the box with the product in it. So this is the Sennheiser Game 1. This is the open version of this headset. There's also a Game 0, which is a closed version. I got the white color, and I got this from M-Wave, which is an Australian technology company, for 179 Australian dollars, which is, by current exchange rates, probably like 130 or 140 US dollars. So I think I got a pretty good deal by Australian standards. I got the white color. I kind of would have preferred the black color, but I guess this has a sort of Assassin's Creed vibe to it. And then here is the box. In answer to that question, no, I will not be selling the XS soon. Adam asks, will I be selling the XS? I won't, because this is a review unit V-Motor that I received, so I, really can't sell it. And as for the MX Master, I'm having problems with this mouse connecting via Bluetooth. Other than that, really, really enjoying it so far. But anyway, just gaming headset. I got this one because apparently the microphone is really awesome on it. So let's just get it open. I should have, yeah, I've corrected it on my end, that Game 0 versus Game 1 thing, but it should actually. So let me try and open this while trying to keep everything in frame, which is another challenge of doing it via this webcam, because the angle is not wide enough on this lens. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's the, so now we got a black cardboard box, looks kind of premium. And then we're gonna flip it open. I'm flipping it in such a way that you can see. So my first sight, there we go. That's the box. It's actually quite nicely laid out. Actually, it's a bit fancy. This is a more expensive headset than your average PC gaming headset, but it is Sennheiser, so I do kind of have a firm confidence in their quality. I'll take the thing out of the box now. But yeah, really nice little thing. So we'll put the headset aside for now. And then we'll actually have a look at what else is in the box, because that's what you do in unboxings apparently. And there's nothing else in the box. Okay, so has something fallen out of this box or something? I wouldn't have thought that the box is completely empty besides the actual headphone itself. I feel like I've done something wrong. Anyway, this is a common complaint with unboxing videos, is that it's basically watching someone fool around with packaging for 20 minutes or something. Well, now you get to watch me fool around with packaging for 1 hour, I think, judging by the last MX Master stream. I think that I've dropped something on the floor. No, I have not dropped anything on the floor. How can there be nothing in this box? This is honestly unnerving. So I'm shaking this box and it feels like there's something in it. There's gotta be something I'm missing here. Something important is... Gee, okay, I'm wondering now is if this is like some sort of returned unit where all the stuff has fallen out. I swear, I'll ignore it for now, but I bet you at the end of the stream, I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to find a bunch of instruction manuals and stuff on the floor. It's not really important, but it just does make me wonder. It's not that I need the documentation. I really don't need the documentation. The thing is that I'm worried that it means that this box has actually previously been opened and the documentation has been removed, which is not necessarily a good sign. Okay, but let's look at the actual headphone itself. So it's a gloss white finish on this headphone. As I said, it has a sort of Assassin's Creed color scheme going on here, black, white, and red. We got this big, chunky microphone here, and that was basically the main reason why I chose this headset. Apparently this microphone is very good. We're going to hear it in a moment because it has noise rejection from the front of the microphone and noise, and obviously the microphone bit is on the inside of the capsule, so there is some degree of noise cancelling. Then we have the 3-meter cable, and then it terminates in the standard red and green plugs. Now, I also bought, along with this Game Zero, I actually bought this adapter. It was $20, but it's a Sennheiser adapter. Should really come with the unit. It's unfortunate that it doesn't because you have to pay extra for it. But this converts the green and red. Ooh, this converts the green and red to a... I'll just show you. It converts the green and red connection to a 4-pin connection. So conceivably you can plug this into a smartphone if you wanted a headset, a microphone. You can also plug this into any computer that uses a combined headphone / microphone input, and you can also connect this to, say, the PlayStation 4 where the controllers have their own headphone jack. So you can use this with a Mac, a PC, or a PlayStation, I believe. So that's important to know. It does not come with this adapter. You must buy this adapter separately, at least in Australia. I don't know, maybe there's a new package. So we're just going to undo the Velcro now, and I'll show you some of the features of this headset that I've learnt about. Yeah, I was doing a lot of research when I was trying to choose a gaming headset because I wanted to buy something that I could do sort of gaming streams on and stuff like that. I'm not an aggressive like FPS gamer or anything like that, so I'm not going to be able to give you a great insight into the ability of this headphone as far as competitive gaming goes, though I will give this a go on Team Fortress. But I wanted something with a high quality microphone, and this has some special features. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plug this in live for you, and you can hear the microphone. But I'm going to unplug the headset that I'm wearing now. So if you are wearing headphones, or just if your volume is quite loud, just watch out because there might be a popping sound. So please watch out. Turn down the volume maybe for the next bit while I unplug. So I'm going to unplug it. in 3, 2, 1. Now. And I'm going to plug this in 3, 2, 1, now. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to switch to the second camera. There we go. Do this live. So this will be the first time that you'll hear this microphone. You're probably already hearing it now. I can't hear it. There we go. I tap this. It does seem to be plugged in. So you tell me how it sounds because I have no idea. Does it sound better than the headset I was using before? So I'm just adjusting it at the moment. So you can see that this headphone uses the classic Sennheiser design, very similar to the HD 5. Sorry. Sorry, I've got a little cough there, but you actually both saw two things demonstrated there. Number one, you saw demonstrated that one of the reasons why this is a cool headset is okay, there's an out of sync sound. Let me see if I can correct that by just stopping the stream for a second and then starting it. We'll see if that fixes it. Okay, so I'll be right back. Oh, it's all good now? Okay, no, I won't do that. Okay, so two things. One is that this headset has a mute switch. So if I flick this up here, so there you go, you can't hear me. When I flick it up, it goes mute. There's a click noise that lets you know it's muted. So if like your mum is shouting at you in the background or something and you go, you can turn back. The other thing that's cool about this headset, the other thing I just demonstrated, and this has nothing to do with the headset, but this cough into the elbow, just a public safety thing, because it is flu season here in Australia. If you must cough, don't cough onto your hands because then you go and touch your hands on other things and then you spread your viral infection. Cough into your elbow because you're not really going to rub your elbow against different places. So this is called the golfer's cough. Just cough into your elbow. But yeah, it does sound good. That's good. That's good to know. I'm still adjusting this, so you're seeing my first impressions on the comfort. My first impressions are it's actually quite a stiff clamping force. It's got a really kind of, I'll show you, it's got really quite a plush headband at the top. So it's got a really nice weight distribution there, but the clamping force on the side of the head is actually quite stiff. It's not entirely comfortable, I would say, out of the box, but we'll see if that loosens up over time. The microphone has the... Also on this side of the microphone is the inline volume control. So you go like a DJ on your own headphone. The thing about this stream is that, the thing about this volume control, it's, I think, nicer to have it on the headphone itself rather than some inline control on the cable, because those flop around and I find those irritating. This way you know exactly where it is. So it's quite helpful. This is why I chose this. I mean, I could have gone with the Kingston HyperX Cloud because the Kingston HyperX Cloud is really good value. It's basically the Techstar Pro 80 with a microphone attached, but I liked the mute switch on this and I liked the inline volume control, and it's Sennheiser, so I thought it was going to be pretty decent listening quality. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to play some music. And I don't know if this is on full blast or not. And I'm just going to tell you in real time how it sounds, and you're going to tell me. And for the music that I'm choosing to play, of course, because we are live stream here, I have to choose tracks that are that I am legally licensed to play in a broadcast. So we're going to go with the old stalwart, Chris Zabriskie. I really like his sort of tracks. So it's not exactly the kind of music that is going to tell us too much, but I'll just get some first blood on this headphone. So let's go. I'm going to turn it up because I can't hear anything. Oh wait, no, I can't hear anything because I turned the iTunes volume all the way up. There we go. Okay, so unfortunately, I won't play anything that can be content ID'd basically, because it prevents me from monetizing the stream later on, and also it can block the stream in some countries. So I've worked out this is quiet, and this is full volume, but very oddly, going all the way down here doesn't actually mute it. I can still hear the music, so I feel like my sound card is overpowering the mute switch on the thing. But that's very strange. That's very strange that this doesn't entirely mute everything. Now let me just check. I want to know if I flip the microphone up, does it mute the audio as well? No, it doesn't mute the audio. Okay. Really nice piano track, by the way. It's called Laserdisc, and it's by Chris Zabriskie. You can check out his website. I can try playing something else that won't be content ID'd and has no sort of copyright status, I don't believe. I will play, let's see. I've got here, there we go. This is the chiptune version of Com Susa Todd. If I can just find it here. Oh yeah, I've actually forgotten to tell you what I think about the sound. It's how I would remember the HD598, to be honest. It sounds quite, it's somewhat warm, but it has a sort of somewhat forward midsection. It's sort of really bugging me that this mute switch actually doesn't mute the headphone though, which is what I would have expected. I feel like either something is wrong or I'm not sure why it would do that. Okay, if I turn the system volume down, yeah, I can get down to like, I can get down to really quiet, but it doesn't actually mute all the way down. I would have thought it was going to be a lot more bassy, but it turns out it's not super bassy. It's basically like how the general mellowness of the whole Sennheiser HD 500 series and up. I wouldn't say it sounds especially clear, but I'm not exactly playing the most high fidelity music. I will play some vaporwave. I'm gonna play the 6th track from the vaporwave album Floral Shop, and it's called Echo, and then it's followed by some Japanese characters that I can't read, and I doubt anyone who speaks Japanese, I mean anyone who makes vaporwave can read unless they are actually Japanese. It is super cool, I guess, to be able to control the inline volume on the actual headset, but it is it's weird that it doesn't mute all the way. This is a really cool track. I actually really love this track, and if you don't know what vaporwave is, it's basically a particular musical movement, I guess, a particular musical aesthetic, where people are taking predominantly, I mean this is the basic aspect of the movement, they're taking old kind of music from maybe the 1970s, 1980s there, and then they're kind of slowing it down, and chopping it up and kind of remixing it into this weird nostalgia soup. I am actually looking at the comments, but the comments are actually moving faster than I can possibly answer them all individually. As far as recommending these, right now, I would have to say, for the price I paid, $179, I think that if you wanted value, you'd get... Oh, I'll turn down the music, okay. There we go, we'll go half volume. If I had to get something, as far as value for money goes, I would still go for the Kingston HyperX, because the Kingston HyperCloud, the Takstar Pro 80 is a really good headphone. It's really good value. You add a microphone onto it, you're going to get something that works well in most situations. The reason why I wanted to get this though was particularly because I am interested in using this to stream and to do things like these live hangouts and stuff. So I want to have something that has a really good microphone, and I wanted something that had that mute function. But yeah, right now the comfort's getting a bit better. It's rated about 300 grams. It's rated about 300 grams. Sorry, did you say PewDiePie uses this headset, or do you mean the Kingston? But anyway, this is 300 grams, so it's not super light as far as full-size headphones go, but it's decently comfortable. You know, Visionary, and Visionary asks, so what is your comparison in tonality frequency response with this and the Pro 80? I would say, and I haven't done this as a direct comparison, so what I'm saying is very much first impressions. It's not exactly reliable, but I would say that the treble is more forward on the Takstar Pro 80, and it's a little more scooped, I would say, in the mids compared to this headset. Rohan asks, are you going to finish Always Sometimes Monsters? And my reply to that is I actually ended up I actually ended up finishing that game by myself because I thought it was a really terrible way of streaming. Like, it wasn't a particularly good game to stream. Much more enjoyed streaming. I much more enjoyed streaming things like XCOM and stuff like that. I have heard M05110 asks, have you heard of the Astro Gaming headphones? I have heard of them, and they are a decent option, I guess. I was looking at those, but I was also, the other factor behind my buying purchase was I wanted something with velour earpads because I find them more comfortable. I just find them more comfortable, more breathable over time. GLXLR says, so the Pro 80s are more V-shaped. Yes, I think the Pro 80s are more V-shaped. I'd have to do some comparison myself. The funny thing is that I bought this headset for 179 Australian dollars, so I actually got a bargain because the currency conversion would be 179 AUD equals USD 133 US dollars. I bought this headphone for 130 US dollars, which means that compared to the Takstar Pro 80, I would probably say that this would be the better buy. I mean, you pay a bit more money, but you can get a better microphone, and I think these pads might be more breathable. Ice Gene says, next to that you had the Bear Dynamic MMX300. That was also something that I considered because I was thinking, what's the top of the line as far as gaming headsets go? And I looked at that and I saw, gosh, that was expensive. It's like 400 Australian dollars here. Insane in terms of pricing. But apparently the MMX300 was originally designed as an aviation headset for pilots and stuff, and then Beyerdynamic just decided to sell it for gamers. if I had to compare this to, say, the Audio-Technica ADG1 and the AG1 that I tried so many moons ago, I would actually say that this is probably going to be... The problem that I had with the AG1 was that the 3D wing system on that particular headphone, it sort of wasn't particularly comfortable. It would slide down the side of my head a bit. With the ADG one, I actually didn't have that problem, which was weird. But the ADG one doesn't exactly have the most solid bass response in the world. So, to me, I prefer a little bit more in the low end. I know that a lot of people like the AD series for gaming because it has that open sense of space, but I don't necessarily think that having an open sense of space is not necessarily going to give you an accurate sense of depth perception, because all you're really doing, I guess, is just cutting out the low frequencies, and you're getting a sense of echo. If the drivers are accurate, then you should be able to get an accurate sense of space between places. I will switch the song if this is what you would like me to do, and let me choose something else that will be acceptable according to the content ID. Let's go with some more Chris Zabriskie. It's always safe. If you remember from the Her Story playthrough that I was doing before, you can most of the music from that game was from Chris Zabriskie. I think all of it was, and the reason for that is because this stuff he's decided to make available just for free for anyone to use, provided that they credit his music. And again, check out chriszabriskie.com if you want to check out this music, because it's really quite cool. And the other thing is that the live unboxings is something that I would like to continue doing in the future. It does seem like a pretty fun way of doing things. So if you want to be notified of future unboxings, you just need to either like my Facebook page or follow me on Twitter. And you can see the links in the description of this video. I'm going a bit weirdly yellow there thanks to the sunlight. So the sunlight is creeping in right now. I'm going to have to do more kind of comparisons myself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm probably going to cut the video here when it's published later on. So the video will end here, but I'll stick around and continue talking to the chat. But the video will end here. So again, yes, I will have a review of these later on. Anyway, okay, so we're cutting it. Cut. Okay. Then I'm just gonna come in here